You're listening to littlepodcast.com.
Fortnite, we rock, and you can't prove otherwise.
The Sega Game Gear sold one title in Q1 of 2018.
You know who does hold the door for me when I'm carrying a lot? Millennial men and women every time.
See, here's the thing.
I'm gonna fucking murder you if you say dubs. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 310. I'm your host, John Dangerow, joined by my co-hosts,
Matt Haig.
And TJ May.
Matthew Allen Hag.
Matthew Allen Haig.
I knew that.
Security
And the
number
last,
482.
the last three digits of your social. Can I get your mother's maiden name?
Jeremiah.
What was the first car you owned? What's your favorite color?
A Toyota Camry.
What's the first
That
name of a
one's true.
friend from school?
I didn't have any friends in school.
Trick question. That's it, so you know.
Is World of Warcraft a valid answer?
One thing that's really interesting is when you do like an online like a identity verification where it'll ask you a bunch of questions like, have you ever lived at this address? You know, have you ever worked at this company? Like all these like identity things. And then like I did one because I signed up for the post office, my mail ID something. I don't know. Anyway, it's something that gives you an image of your mail before it shows up at your like mailbox. I guess it's free, so it's pretty cool.
That's
well,
cool.
they do the scans, I guess, when they pick up where it goes to. And anyway, they send you the scan, and it asked like 4 questions about where I lived and where I worked, and it was all like none there, none there, none there. And then like the 4th question was like I don't remember what it was even, but it was one thing that was like, okay, yeah, that's me, and it was like boom.
Congratulations.
I know. It was like, oh man, I was trying to trick someone by giving it like 4 trick questions, wrong answers, and then and that I thought for sure it like tricked me. I was like, oh my god, they have the wrong ID. Yeah. So yeah, it's fun. Oh man, I've been loving the Postal Service and UPS because we did our wedding registry through Amazon. One of them. We did 2. We did one at Target as well. And we marked... Well, my address is still listed as my old apartment on Amazon, but I switched it on Amazon. But it didn't switch the registry, so people shipped gifts to my old address, which is awesome.
So do you have it set up to automatically forward?
Well, through the U.S. Postal Service, but not UPS. And so UPS, but I have UPS My Choice set up. So it emails me when a package is going to be delivered. And I set it to automatically go to a UPS access point if it needs a signature. Because I'm never going to be home when they deliver packages because I work for a living. So no, it's just such a weird thing. It's like signature required for delivery. And it's like, well, I can't ever give that. So you might as well just hold it at the store and I'll come pick it up. So I had them routed to the store, and now I'm worried about ones that didn't need a signature just sitting in my old building, like in the entrance, if they're anything like less than whatever it is, $25 or something. So now I'm going to call tomorrow my old apartment management company and be like, hey, are there packages? Can you have someone walk over and see? Because I don't have my keys anymore, so I can't get in the building to look for the packages. But if there's packages in front of the door, I'll come get them. But Jesus, it's just a nightmare. God damn it, don't ever move because you always miss like one address. Ugh. Anyway, so that's what I've been dealing with. It's been good. How's you doing?
I'm doing good. I started playing Steam World, and I know what you're gonna say. Matt, you already talked about that. No, I finished that one.
No, you talked about the second one. I
started playing the original, and it is not as good, but it's still fun.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can definitely
yeah.
tell
I
that
like
there
the
were
original.
like big improvements. into the second one.
Yeah. I played the original for free because it was on like PS4 Plus or something, but it was good. But yeah, the new one is so much better.
Yeah, even just on like the feel of the controls and everything, the new one's a lot more responsive and cool. But it's I think it was only like $9 for the original, so I'm not disappointed in that price. I'd recommend picking it up if you need that digging stuff fix, which I do apparently.
It's a cool little game. It's a cool little world they created, like kind of like robot western world.
Yeah, like steampunk robot western.
Well, they don't ever really explain why there's no people either. So the craziest thing about that
horrible
world,
plague.
Yeah, well, like the crazy thing about that world is this like a post-human world. It's actually like it's set in the near Automata universe. Spoiler alert! Oops, I just spoiled near Automata, but that's a thing.
I thought it was a post Westworld universe. This is what happens when
but
the host.
That's kind of one of the really cool things about Nier Automata is you just like the idea is your character is trying to fight for the humans to clear out the nasty robots from the Earth so they can move back, and then you find out humans have been gone for like 10,000 years. So you're just kind of robots killing other robots because at one point the humans told the robots to kill the other robots, and that's just never ending. It's heinous, actually. It's a mindfuck of a game, but it leads to a world that's only robots, which is the world of. Although you don't ever fight any other robots in that game, do you? They're always like animals, like weird mutated, right?
I don't know. I've never.
Well,
played
I don't know.
Game.
No.
Cool,
in
your game.
your game, Matt. I know you haven't played Nier.
There's they're like zombie dudes, but they're like mutants, I guess.
Oh yeah, because there are people. Or because I remember now in the second one, right? I just got to that part. Before
there's some
playing.
in the first one too. But in the second one, they're like an actual faction that you visit and talk to.
Okay.
In the first one, they're just like Goombas, basically.
Okay. So you're murdering humans in the first one.
Yeah. Humans that have been exposed to some kind of waste and are probably just riddled with horrific cancer and disease.
This is the robot. This is the robot mindset you have, Matt. Is that these humans are tainted, so they must be killed? And they're just like, we're fine, really. We're just a little irradiated. And they're like, nope,
I must recycle you.
Must kill. We're robots. So it's really kind of fucked up when you think about it.
Yeah,
you're just murdering everyone.
They just
so
love to throw dynamite at me, though.
That's good, Matt. I'm glad you're killing all humans.
Kill all humans.
Well, it's a natural response to the Xbox Live Arcade game Shoot Mini Robots, where a bunch of humans running around in a post-apocalypse shooting robots.
There's a lot of human on robot crime, and I'm just kind of evening things out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, have you seen the Animatrix? Because that's what that whole movie's about.
I did, but I don't remember anything about any of it.
I remember the Animatrix was coming out, and I was like, because I was, of course, a 14-year-old when The Matrix came out, so The Matrix was the coolest fucking shit in the world, and the second one was not great, and I remember we left the theater, like my group of friends, and we were like, that was great! Oh, that was amazing! And then in the back of my mind, and everyone else was like, that wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
Well, the second one wasn't great as a whole, but it had some really good set pieces.
It did have really awesome
highway
parts.
Chase.
Yeah, the highway chase is one of the highlights of the entire trilogy. It's just incredible, and
man, I just want to watch that scene right now.
I just want to watch that scene. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, but so that is a really cool, like prequel movie, and I remember like being like, I gotta get this. I gotta pick this up. because it's the Matrix and it's like a prequel, so I can learn more about the world. And they like it was actually a cool idea because they farmed it like out like to a bunch of different like well-known animators and being like, hey, come up with like a 5 to 10 minute short movie, that has to do with like robots getting sentience and taking over. There's some really good ones, and I remember I was really pumped because the director of Cowboy Bebop, Shinichiro Watanabe, made one, and I was like, "This is amazing! I gotta watch this." And it was okay. It was all right. There were some neat shorts, but overall forgettable, I think. So, man, The Matrix was one of those things that was really cool, and now feels not cool in any way.
You remember when the like Super Bowl right after The Matrix, they did like a bullet time camera thing where they rigged up a bunch of cameras around the ring of the stadium?
Yeah, they make the
That was
camera
like-
move like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
guy
like
would throw a
everything
pass
used to
and
be
then the
bullet
camera
time
would
now.
move. Yeah, that's actually crazy. Like watching old game footage. So like there's a website on giantbomb.com. It's on YouTube. They did a little stream because the Xbox One has a bunch of original Xbox games that you can play now.
Yeah,
And it's just like they played. I forget the name of the game that they played. It's
was Max Payne, was it?
No. It was a Namco like first person
Oh,
fighting shooter game. It's got like Breakdown is the name of it.
Breakdown. Yeah.
And it's just like, hey, guess what? If you watch the trailer for that, you're like, hey, remember The Matrix? That was cool. That came out 2 years ago. That was every game in the early 2000s. Was like, we gotta have guys in trench coats and people jumping in slow motion with bullets and stuff. It was just bullet time was everything. It was the original Battle Royale. Every game had to be bullet timey, and now every game has to have Battle Royale mode. So, isn't that great? Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. So I just read about a really, really fun video game oddity.
Okay.
Are you guys familiar with the NPD group?
Yep.
Okay, so it's a market research group. They look at retail trends and whatnot. And in the report that they do quarterly, talk about this many games sold, this many Nintendo Switches sold. The Sega Game Gear sold one title in Q1 of 2018. Did you guys hear about this?
No.
Nope. What's
Yes.
that?
No, not the Game Gear. Did you hear this little oddity?
Sure.
Okay. So the Sega Game Gear is Sega's handheld system that they came out with.
Like 4-bit. Like
was
it barely ran anything.
It had basically the processor of the Sega Master System,
Yeah.
which is Sega's predecessor to their Genesis. Or
Yeah, it's their like eight.
if we have,
like what is it? Like 10-bit, 12-bit system.
I think it's 8-bit.
Okay.
But yeah, but it came out around the time of the Genesis, but it had the graphics of the Master System. And if anyone is I don't know if we have worldwide listeners still. I mean, we were looking that up a couple weeks ago, but
I'm sure they are.
the rest of the world calls the Genesis the Mega Drive. So
Yeah.
regardless, so
Which is a way better name.
exactly,
The Sega Mega Drive.
the Sega Mega Drive, yeah.
Great name.
So now the thing with NPD is that NPD doesn't report on resellers. They don't report
No.
on internet, eBay,
Yeah.
all of that stuff.
It's a limited set. It's like a Nielsen.
Yes.
Like they have a small subset of the entire like purchasing like thing that they show, and people can use that as a guide
Yes.
for how things are selling in general.
Yeah, so this is at a legitimate retailer of some source that was scanned at a register and sold to a person. As of right now, people are doing some research. Specifically, Matt Piscatella has been trying. He's trying to find out
Who bought
Who
this
bought
Game
this
Gear
game?
game?
because we don't know what
Brand
game it is right
new.
now. Yeah, we don't know what game this is. We don't know where it was sold. Guesses are something happened through the liquidation of Toys R Us.
Ah.
You know, it was in a back room because
Yeah.
you know, because they've also been like selling things like the shelves.
Oh
and
my
all
god,
of
that's
that stuff.
amazing. They just pull the shelves down. There's like just a mint in box Chrono Trigger, and someone's like, "I'm taking this one home because that's worth like $600."
Oh wait, hang on. Wait. We know the game. Sorry, we know the game it actually is.
Okay.
We just don't know where it was sold or who bought it. It was a brand new copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for Game Gear, which is not the same as Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it is packaged, sealed goods sold at a retailer.
Oh, brand new
Whew.
Chrono Trigger is $900 actually.
I'm not surprised.
I mean, there weren't a lot of copies to begin with.
No,
So
definitely not.
Mint inbox. Ah, here we go. You want to go on Etsy? You can go to Chrono. You can buy. And this is the thing that is the best about the world that we live in, is they made a Chrono Trigger Super NES complete cartridge and box replica, reproduction, because repro carts are a thing now.
Yep.
Which is actually awesome. I don't give a fuck about collectors. You can, want to have the original whatever. It's awesome that someone is making it so you can use a cartridge in your system and play a game.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, because, it, and I'm sure it's against some sort of law. It
Yeah.
must be. But if you think about it, absolutely no one is being harmed by this, because Nintendo isn't going to make reproduction cartridges, or
No.
Square isn't going to make reproduction cartridges. If this person wanted to play Chrono Trigger, they're going to buy a digital version or whatever. They want the cartridge to put in the system, which is like $900 that Square's not going to see anyway, or a used one's probably closer to $100. But, this is, I don't know. The worst part though about the repro carts is people are selling them as real ones.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's kind of like a crazy thing. When you're looking at like super expensive old cartridges, people are like, let me see the back. I need to see the USB, or the serial number or whatever or something. I'm sure there's stuff. So anyway,
But yeah, I'm excited to see, because this particular article is still kind of a work in progress, as a bunch of people are still trying to research, and someone wants to find the person that bought this game.
Mm-hmm.
And why.
It was me.
It was you.
Do they
Okay.
know how much it sold for?
No.
'Cause,
I-
from what I can tell, it goes for about $4. I guess it's not a very sought after game.
No, it's not. It's not a good Sonic game. It's really not.
No, I remember Sonic the Hedgehog for Game Gear was a terrible game.
Yeah.
Like, it really doesn't play very well.
I think I tried playing the first Sonic Chaos game and just no, it's bad.
No, and the interesting thing about the Game Gear was pretty cool as a system though, because it was
Oh, it is.
It was a little bit more powerful than the Game Boy.
It was
and
color.
It was full color.
Full color.
The screen was actually pretty good. Big problem with it.
2 hours on a thing of batteries.
It fucking destroyed triple or double A batteries.
Double A's. It's like 4 or 6 double A's. I forget
It was
how many
6
there were.
double A's or something like that.
And it was 2 to 4 hours.
Yeah,
That's it.
Is insane. Like a Game Boy, you got, I don't even know, like dozens of hours of gameplay out of that thing before they died. Like, and so it was just the point where, yeah, unfeasible for a child to have this, because it's just like, Mom, can I have more double A's? Can I, or it's like I gotta play plugged into a wall, like 3 feet from a wall.
I've done that.
That's it. Yeah, I know. Like my brother has a Game Gear that he got, way after the fact. I don't know. Somebody had a bunch of game crap, and they just gave him as their old Game Gear they didn't want anymore, and with a couple games, and it just burns through batteries. Like, it's like I gotta play this plugged in because I don't want to waste all of these AA batteries playing this thing.
I would love to get a Sega Nomad.
Yeah, Matt, do you know what a Sega Nomad is?
No.
Okay. TJ, explain the Nomad.
Yeah, a Sega Nomad. First of all, it's a portable system, just like the Game Gear is. I think, was it 4C batteries on this thing? It's 4 or 6C batteries. It's a full portable Sega Genesis system.
Mm-hmm.
So it was, kind of like the aftermarket, these like Super Boys that are out there, or like these ones that people build where they'll make like a Super Nintendo portable unit. But this was an official Sega product where you could play the Genesis games on the go.
I
That's
am
really cool.
absolutely devastated that I do not have a Sega Nomad. Because I'm looking right now at the used condition Sega Nomads cost $170.
That's less than I thought, so I was thinking it would be well over 200.
And the only reason I'm saying this is because I asked my parents to buy this for me when it was on clearance, like at Shopko for like $30, and they wouldn't do it. Like, it's just like one of those things. It's like, god damn, like fuck.
6
So many,
AA
like,
batteries.
how much
gets
is a
you
Virtual
sweet
Boy
2 to
worth?
3 hours playtime on this bad boy. On its
'Cause I have a
sweet
Virtual Boy.
3.25-inch backlit color screen.
Man, I got the Virtual Boy, and that is worth $300. Well, there you go. I don't know where it is, but it's at my parents somewhere. And like
I would
everyone
pay
that
you
owns a Virtual Boy,
$5.
the fucking stand broke because
Yeah.
it's a piece of shit. And the stand, apparently, someone makes a replacement Virtual Boy stand that costs $30, but the hinge in the stand snaps like super easy. I can't believe a Virtual Boy is $300. I'll sell mine. It's a piece of shit. It's not even fun to play, and there's no games for it. The fucking Waterworld Virtual Boy game is selling for $240.
Matt's played a few Virtual Boy games.
What?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I have an emulator that I can do on the Vive. Oddly enough, I haven't played it since like the first couple of days I did it because it's not enjoyable.
Yeah. No, the Virtual Boy I have because we went to what's the Rockford Cherryvale Mall in Rockford for the Boy Scouts Derby. You know, or was it?
Yeah, the Pinewood Derby.
Pinewood Derby. Yes, there it is. And that was, I won the city for mine, and so I got to go to like the regional council one that was at the Cherryvale Mall. And after we did that, and I lost because I'm not a pro, but I had fun. We were walking home and go through the mall, and at KB Toys they had Virtual Boy $20, and they had all these games. And so my parents were just like, "Sure, this is a trip. You did well. Like, let's just spend $50 and buy, this Virtual Boy and like five games." We got like I forget. There's a golf game that actually is really awesome. The golf game is good because the perspective in golf is actually really nice. They didn't have the Wario Land game.
Ooh, we got a follower.
Fuck! What?
Me.
Wow, damn it! All right.
I'm looking at the
I can't
list
believe
of
how much the
Virtual
Virtual Boy
games,
is going
and
for.
it's not many, especially the ones that were released in America. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So I think we had Vertical Force.
14 of them.
Is that the one?
Yeah.
For the whole fucking system.
No, not Vertical Force. We had Red Alarm and Mario Tennis and whatever the golf game is.
It's just called
Which isn't
golf.
even listed. This isn't even looking. Oh my god. Okay.
On the Virtual Boy Wikipedia page, it's just listed as golf.
They don't even have an American box art image on here. It's a Japanese one. Oh, T&E Golf. That was it.
T&E.
Yeah. Okay. It's just golf. There it is. Yeah. Red Alarm was awesome though, because it was like a vector, like 3D. Flight
man.
game where you like went through the levels and shot stuff, and it was kind of like Star Fox, but all vectory. I remember it being really cool. Another T&E Soft joint. Never even heard of them before this, but I remember that being really cool, and we really liked that one. The game gave you a pretty gnarly headache though after a while, so it wasn't a great thing.
Because wasn't the projection on that basically like lasers shooting at your eyes? It had some kind of weird screen on the Virtual Boy.
Yeah, and red lasers were just the cheapest to do, and even though it was the most strenuous to your eyes. It's the cheapest. That's what we're doing.
Oh man, I'm now like trying to get the Virtual Boy, like golf soundtrack, because I remember that being really good. It was a real banger.
A real heat rock, as they say these days.
Oh man,
Heat rock.
God damn.
I heard it on a podcast.
Okay.
I think it might be the name of a podcast about, I don't know, songs or something.
Oh, this person has the golf soundtrack on Planet Virtual Boy Forum. Oh yeah, getting the fuck out of that.
Yeah.
Oh man, it was good. I'm gonna give a shout out too because I have the Wikipedia page up. Oh shit, I accidentally closed it. Because I want to give a shout out to the composer because they had that listed. Music by
Ken Kojima.
Ken Kojima. I don't even know who that is, but probably not related to the other Kojima.
I doubt it.
It's like his younger cousin or something.
Yeah, Kojima's cousin making the Virtual Boy Golf soundtrack. Oh man, I'm excited to have this because it was tits. Oh yeah, this is awesome. God, I love the internet. Wait a minute, there's only one song. There is, all right. So in the game, this is why it's so iconic though, because there was one track that played the entire 18 holes we played. There's a demo, there's a title screen, menu, course select, and just course 1 track.
John's gonna download this track and he's gonna add it to the podcast.
I am
intermittently throughout, or just at the end.
Oh, right now while we're talking.
Okay.
No, I'll put it at the end.
This is a great song.
Actually, I don't know if it's that great now that I listen to it, but I remember loving it.
It's nostalgic, Ogles.
It is. Oh, the menu music. That's tight. You guys can't hear this, but it's
Nope,
good.
can't hear it at all.
Maybe I'll make a video and put it on YouTube.
Or maybe I'll steal it from a video on YouTube.
No. Anyway, what have you been up to, Matt?
I'm in the middle of something right now, so I'm gonna need you or TJ to talk.
I got it. So,
what the hell?
After we recorded last week's podcast, we decided to get some gaming in. The three of us. Me with my crappy computer I won't use.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't. So I went ahead and booted up the PS4 and we played some cross-play Fortnite.
Yeah.
It was John's second time playing.
We owned those news.
That's first time. Mm-hmm.
I remember. Yeah, it was my second time. I think I had played maybe like an hour, like 5 or 6 matches before then, just kind of getting the feel for it. Because what's the interesting part about this game is that I started playing it because I kept getting emails from Epic about someone trying to access my account. And so I was like, well, I should probably check this out, Well,
you downloaded it at that point, and you thought you were going to start playing it, but you didn't do it until I just mentioned it. Fortnite?
Yeah.
We'll do Fortnite.
All right, let's do Fortnite, because we can cross-play. That's probably the coolest part about it, is that, A, it's free, and B, you can play with anyone. So, it's the golf menu. .mp3. That's the good one.
Anyway, Fortnite, we rocked, and you can't prove otherwise.
Yeah, we won
no evidence.
multiple games, right, TJ?
Well, we were playing 50v50, so it was pretty easy.
That's right. Hey, we were live at the end of a couple of those. So.
Yes, that one game we played was intense.
There's one where I got yelled at by my fiance for yelling. So
yes, yes, you did.
Yeah, because it was pretty
like
late at that point, right?
It was like 1:30 in the morning.
Oh,
yeah, but
man,
Matt was like the
Fortnite.
last one alive. No. I can't play that game anymore.
I'm gonna play it right
I can't
now.
get addicted. No,
Yeah,
maybe
you
we'll have to
can.
play again though.
We'll play
Yeah.
right after
We'll
the
play
podcast.
again. No, definitely not. I have work in the morning.
But the funny part about this
Yeah.
is that the night the three of us were playing, John couldn't pull a kill at all. Not one.
No.
Yeah.
I had
trash.
kills, I believe. No, I've never killed anyone in Fortnite. I've
I
only ever
killed, like,
downed people.
All the people.
Yeah, Matt got
so
like
many
8 kills in
people.
one game.
I got 2 in one game, and that was it.
Yeah.
All night, in terms of all
No,
my
apparently I just suck at Fortnite.
kills. I'm not good. I'll be the first one to admit that. But I'm not good at shooters at all.
It's because it's a baby game for babies with fucking bunny hopping everywhere. It's dumb. It's lame. PUBG's where it's at. You know, like I'm a pro gamer. I play pro games
All right,
for
guys.
adults.
I'm leaving the podcast. Someone just started streaming Parappa the Rapper. See you later.
Oh boy.
All right, bye. It's been a good episode. So we're out of here now.
no,
and
if
we'll,
you watch,
see you next week, everybody.
if you watch a Parappa the Rapper playthrough, make sure you don't watch a like best score one, because it's the one where he does, what's it called? Like where he does it perfect, not perfect, like the
No, it's not
freestyle.
You go into cool mode by doing
Cool
free-
mode. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't watch someone play a playthrough in cool mode, because there's no
boring.
lyrics. Because he's just like, yeah, cool, yeah. And it's like on like a weird rhythm that is like, yeah.
Just
And it's just like,
buttons.
this isn't the song. I want someone to play it through perfectly as just the regular score, like with the song. And so
Which
it's
is
like,
which
just
is the
listen to the
reason why
soundtrack.
Gem or Lammy,
Yeah,
when you play freestyle, still sounds good because you're playing a guitar,
yeah.
so it doesn't sound as bad.
God damn, those are good games. And then you'll watch Guitar Man play through, because the music in that's so fucking good.
Oh, I love Guitar Man.
Yeah, I remember watching TJ play Guitar Man for hours.
I still can't beat that one level in master mode.
Yeah, the Sandbone Trio.
Yes.
It's the hardest one, everyone says.
Yeah. Once you beat it, you'll beat the rest of the game. But
And it's near the end, or close to the end, so
7th out of 10 levels. Yeah.
yeah, so it's kind of like the, hey, are you fucking man enough for this shit? Because it's so fast.
It is. Absolutely is.
Yeah, it's, oh god, the music's good in that game though. Classic.
I have the soundtrack downloaded.
Yeah.
Now they did make a PSP remake of that game called Guitar
Okay.
Man Lives,
Yeah.
and they added 2 songs because they
Okay.
added a dual mode co-op. It was a 2-player co-op. So it requires that you have 2 different people, both with the game, which is impossible to find, both with
Okay.
PSPs to play it on, and then you play local ad hoc. And there are sections for each of the people.
Neat. That sounds good. Matt has a cat on his head, or did.
Yeah, he's being.
I'm
a
watching
dick.
the YouTube video, and it's behind, so that was like a little while ago. It was
I'm
pretty
watching
good,
the
though.
Twitch video. I mean, we
Yeah,
had
well-
a follower, and then they posted in the chat a little bit. It says Heat Rock. I'm going to start using that.
Okay, good.
Heat Rock. Oh,
Yeah.
I'll stick with Dunyan Rings. I like Dunyan Rings.
I don't know
My
what
finished
you're talking
project,
about.
it's Dunyan Rings.
Some sweet Dunyan.
I like Dunyan rings. All right, can we talk? Okay, I need you guys to talk about something while I leave for a minute, because I need more water. A, B, and it's like 80 degrees in this room because the door is shut.
And
I
C,
haven't
that's why you
turned
need more water.
I haven't turned the AC on, and
Yeah.
the fan that's normally in here is air blowing my CPAP tubes to being dry. So it's really warm in here. I'm gonna be right back. You guys,
All right.
you guys chat it out. Chat about me, why I'm amazing, and then I'll hear it when I edit.
So Matt, let's talk about how we're going to ruin his wedding.
Yeah, I'm gonna get really drunk, and then start yelling, and then start crying, and
Yeah.
that's my plan.
I mean, right now, I almost don't want to say it now. I'll wait till after I'll wait till like after we're done with the podcast. But either way, I'm excited. I'm glad his wedding's coming up, and I'm excited for the bachelor party, which is coming up.
It's like a
Week and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not next weekend. It's the weekend after. I've already got
We're gonna
already
go
scheduled my
to
days off.
all the strip clubs, and no, that's not what we're gonna do. We're gonna get drunk and play video games in the woods. Cause
that
we're
sounds great.
Awesome. Yeah, that's honestly.
Does Eric already have?
That's like the kind of bachelor party I want to go to.
Yeah, I mean, I would do that sort of stuff. I would go to Chuck E. Cheese, but
I don't think they let you into Chuck E. Cheese if you don't have a kid with you. So we'd have to bring children. Rumor.
No, that's why they do the hand stamp things. You're perfectly fine.
Oh man,
everyone says that, but that's completely a rumor.
I could have just been going to Chuck E. Cheese to play games and eat shitty pizza this whole time.
100%. They serve beer at Chuck E. Cheese. but regardless, that's what barcades are for.
Yeah, I was just thinking of like Dave and Buster's. I don't think I've ever actually been to a Dave and Buster's.
Well, there's Dave and Buster's that opened up really close to me. I used to go to the GameWorks, which is another type of place. It's the same idea. GameWorks is owned by Sega. Dave and Buster's, I think Namco. But yeah, there's 2 Dave and Buster's near me, and there's a GameWorks. Both are great places.
There's a Dave and Buster's near us now.
Is there?
Madison, yeah.
I really wish that retro arcade here in Madison served beer or like any kind of thing.
Yeah, you can get beer at Rossi's, but not.
Yeah, but
they don't.
Do they still have machines? I thought they took like most of that away.
Yeah, it's different.
I mean that retrocade, because you guys took me there.
Yes,
it's not really built even well enough to like making snacks and stuff.
No.
If it was a better building, I would say, I've got my, I still have both my Bassett, which lets me serve alcohol, and I have my my food safe. I could run a restaurant.
Let's do it.
We talked about wanting to. We talked about wanting to run a Taco Bell, or maybe we should run one of those fancy Taco Bells that do serve alcohol.
We could call it Born in the 80s.
Born in the 80s. No, Rossi's is still has plenty of arcade games, but they do it more in like a rotating section, where they'll have like a smaller group that rotate. So, and I think they focus a lot more on vintage games. Although they have Rampage World Tour on their Facebook page. I'm gonna like their Facebook page now because I literally live like 3 blocks from it now. So, but yeah, they got a lot of pinball tables too. But anyway, it is a bitch in this room right now because I have moved the cat litter is now in here in this room, and so when it is, hasn't been the fan's off, the windows are closed, and the light comes in through there. This is basically just, I'm cooking in cat shit, basically, which is bad in this room. But, I mean, I can't think of a better place to put the litter box, I guess. We'd probably put it downstairs in the lower level because nobody's down there very often. But I worry the cats won't want to go all the way down there and use it, so...
well, the nice thing is if you need to take a quick shit while you're playing games, you're right there.
I just gotta take a piss real quick, guys. I just walk over and just pee right in the litter.
I don't know. Chemically, I think our urine is much different than cats. So I don't know how the litter will take it.
Yeah,
it's still clump, but it's gonna probably be different consistency.
It'll be. I think it'll just be better. All
right, here we go.
Cat pee is very difficult.
I want to get you through a quick Google search. Can I pee in the sink, in the shower, after using Monostat 7?
I've not done that yet.
Can I pee with a tampon on?
I've tried it.
Can I peel potatoes ahead of time?
Sometimes. You get a little brown discoloration, but you're fine.
Can I pee in the shower? Can I pee in my sump pump Can I pee in a pad? Ugh.
No, you don't have enough absorbency for that.
Can I pee in the
I don't know.
bath?
I've seen those commercials
Yes,
where they
done
like pour a half
Can I
gallon of blue liquid in one.
Can I pee in the ocean? Yeah, but your pee isn't blue liquid, so it doesn't work.
Oh,
Can I pee in the L? Wait, all right. Can you pee in the lake? Can I pee in my
Yes.
cat's litter box? Let's see. Here we go.
So many of these things I've done. This is great.
My husband peed in a litter box. Community.babycenter.com, July 11th, 2010. Let's read this. Seriously, twice. He got drunk and slept upstairs, and rather than walk downstairs, he pissed in the cat box. I knew he'd recently done it, but I didn't say anything until today. And at first he acted all innocent, and then started laughing like it's funny that I had my huge pregnant ass down on the ground trying to scrape out his gigantic clump of piss.
you're not supposed
No.
to clean the litter box when you're preggers.
Yes.
You get
That's
toxoplasmosis
correct.
all up in that fetus.
I know, right? And I'm sure that's going to be the first answer to this. Oh, I got to see this. First response, Matt, because everybody is an expert on pregnancy when you're pregnant. Wants to talk to you
I'm
about
an
it.
expert on
Yep.
everything.
Aren't you supposed to stay away from cleaning the litter box? Toxoplasmosis, right? I don't have cats, but I seem to remember something like that. As a non-cat owner, I know how you should take care of your body when you're having a baby. The first person responds. And let's see here. Okay, this person doesn't give a fuck. This lady, of course, responds saying, my cats are indoor cats and they've been tested for toxoplasmosis before our pregnancy as negative. So, there you go. Probably fine. Let's see here. One person says, I would find something that he loved and pee in it. Don't know if that's equivalent, because I doubt she loves the litter box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I would make him clean it. I don't know why she did.
Yeah. But I've definitely peed in a litter box before. I'll put that up there. There's no shame in that. It's what it's there
I don't
for.
have a litter box.
Uh-huh.
I've never had cats. Because I'm pretty
Yeah.
badly allergic. Or at least I used to be. It's starting to lessen as I've been getting older.
So there you go. You can pee in your litter box, and apparently it worked, because she was saying she picked out the clump, so it clumped up.
Can I pee in someone else's litter box?
Yeah. I'd rather have you pee in my litter box than on the floor. So,
Okay.
Honestly, it's better. I'd prefer probably the sink even, to the litter box, but,
Let's talk about cat pee.
Okay. Matt, this is Matt's cat pee
So
corner.
This is Matt vaguely remembers something about science that may or may not be correct. But I guess since
It's a new
cats
segment.
evolved from a desert animal, their pee is super, permanent. It has some kind of weird protein, crystalline structure that makes it really difficult to get out of anything. That's why you need special digestive enzymes to get cat pee out of stuff.
Yeah. Felinine is the name of the protein. It's named after cats. Oh, shit. So that's bad.
But it's basically like cat pee is designed to be permanent.
Yeah, because they use it to mark their areas
Mm-hmm.
in the wild originally. So, especially male cats. So, anyway, clean the litter box every day. This is amazing. This person says this, and it's insane. This veterinarian says, clean the litter box every day, which, you try and do. And I will have to now, because I am right next to it when I'm on my computer. So I'm going to see it and notice it every day. But this, clean the litter box each day with a total strip down and wash with mild soap weekly. Every week.
That's not going to happen.
I'm not cleaning out the shit box every week. I replace the fucking litter. It
Yeah.
doesn't need to be scrubbed down. I don't know. Our cat's
Here's the
pee and
thing.
poop isn't super
Litter
strong.
boxes are $3. so you could just throw them away and get a new one.
That's true. Yeah. And maybe do that every year, just get a new litter box. But anyway, or you could. I walked in on my cat, Steve, perched in the litter box with his ass hanging out over the edge, pooping onto the floor. Goddamn asshole. I yelled at him, and he's just like, and he bolted. And I was like, you fucking asshole. You're just sitting over the litter box. Like you're in it, yeah, but you're not in it. Like, you fucking dick.
Was that wrong? Should I not have done that?
Oh, my God. Anyway. Well, I mean, I'd prefer that over pee. I mean, poop. I've got the pad underneath the litter box anyway, so it's easily cleanable, but pee is no good, so.
And it's no good.
No, Matt, you had a cat that was like that.
Yep.
For a little while.
There was a lot of. She had to. We got a big old dog crate for her to live in when we weren't watching her, because she would just pee on the floor. And this was carpet, so it was not as easy to clean as the place I'm in now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, with the hardwood floors, it's just wipe it up, spray it. That's much better. Carpet, you're fucked. It's ruined. Not ruined, but
much the same way that you need white wine to get out red wine stains, you need to get cat pee out, you need dog pee. So just have a spray bottle full of dog pee.
No, DIY, man. Use your own pee works. Just piss right on the carpet. Fuck, man. We talked about pee a lot today.
You gotta go one step further. Just pee on the cat.
I feel like I have to
dominance.
go pee. That's what you do. You take a giant dookie in the litter box. Yeah. Check that shit out.
Yeah. They're like, this is as big as I am. What the fuck?
All right. Let's do the actual John Science Corner.
It's not about pee.
Here it is.
Science!
All right. Thank you. So let's talk about genetic testing. I know that I have a different thing under Science Corner, but I don't think I can talk about that. We've gotten gross enough. I'll tant that for the next Science Corner. But let's just say giant indoor roach breeding farm.
Done.
But let's not. We'll talk about that a different week. Let's talk about DNA testing. Let's start off with a joke. Let's start off light. This is from Twitter, user @MiraWood. The first review of the 23andMe app is, here we are. Ratings and review, 5 stars, good product. My wife and I took this test and thought it'd be interesting to have our son take it too. This is maybe a little bit Reddit/r/that happened, but let's get to it. We went through the whole process, and when my son's results came back, they weren't what I expected. He had no sign of even being a distant relative of mine. I thought maybe the results were incorrect, so we took it again, and it didn't change. I could tell the test was accurate because it was consistent with my DNA. My wife then told me that he is the son of her psychiatrist. I was furious and depressed. This boy I had raised and paid for throughout his whole life wasn't mine. This test is extremely accurate, according to my wife. My wife and I have been distant since the test. We live in the same house but separate bedrooms. I wish this child never existed. I hate myself for thinking this. My life used to be that perfect until he took the test. My whole life would have been content if I wouldn't have known. I'd still have my wife and son, in quotes. I recommend using this product and would use it again. 5 stars.
That's a great review.
First off, okay, but that has to be fake. But I like it because it's funny, and B, it kind of shows you the power of DNA testing and how life-changing it can be. And so, I don't know if you'd heard about the Golden State Killer case. This was
Yes, sir, I have.
man in the 70s and 80s who's like a serial killer in the in California for decades. The case went cold. Nobody found anyone until Patton Oswalt's ex wife, his deceased wife, had written a book about this and hadn't finished it, but I think he got it finished after she had passed away. And I think, and then 6-7 months later, or maybe a year later, they got him.
Actually, the book only came out just about a month ago.
So very recently.
Yeah.
But I don't think the book had anything to do with this. But it certainly brought more light to the case, and maybe it was looked at with more scrutiny because of this. Recently, investigators got a major break. So what they did was they looked on a genealogy website for a match of a close relative of the killer. They scored the relative's family tree for potential suspects. Eventually, they landed on Joseph James D'Angelo, a 72-year-old former police officer who lived near many of the crime scenes. He was arrested on the charges of murder, 2 charges of murder from 1978. The remarkable way that they cracked the 44-year-old case sparked a conversation about the privacy you give up when you spit in a tube and mail away your DNA to companies like 23andMe or Ancestry DNA to find out about your heritage, as the Golden State Killer case makes clear. You're giving up your privacy, not your privacy, but the privacy of everyone related to you. So the details of how they did this test aren't super clear, but what happened was they got the suspect's DNA, that I guess DNA after a very short amount of time, 5 years, 10 years, becomes public record or whatever. So they just had this DNA sitting around for years, and they uploaded it to Ancestry DNA and found close relative matches that were close to the DNA, and surmised based on the age and the location a suspect, maybe someone they had suspected in the past, that matched all the pieces. And that, so it's like I remember like seeing this and being like, wow, that's so cool, like the cold case cracked. Also, that's kind of crazy and invasive in a little bit of a way, because they didn't ask for his DNA or his parents' DNA. They just searched it.
Well,
so, yep.
This was like a website where you, after you like upload your DNA, like trying to find relatives or whatever, right? So people who, the relative that they found had done that to make it public.
Yes,
right?
Exactly. And so I'm sure you have an
DNA
older relative that's done this
scene.
test.
But then what?
Well, now you're connected, Matt. Did you have an older relative do one of these things? I know I've had relatives that have done these DNA profile tests. So now you're connected to the system. Oh, man. I know my mom was like talking about doing it and sharing it with all of her brothers and sisters, so that's good.
Well, there go all of your murder and rape plans, John.
Yeah, exactly. Now I'm fucking screwed.
The other interesting thing is once they had their list of suspects and they had like people under surveillance, then they just had to wait for discarded DNA to run another test to confirm it. So like if you drink from a soda can and throw it in the public garbage can, somebody can find that, grab your DNA off of it. Or even like touch DNA. If you touch a doorknob, you can get some DNA off of that. Yeah,
it's actually really interesting the way that this works, and I'm sure there's explanations for all this, but to me it seems really fucked up that, and this is what the district attorney's office confirmed, the authorities submitted the suspect's DNA that was found at a crime scene to Ancestry.com and 23andMe.com and looked for relatives of this person to try and find, people, basically. So it's fucked up that you can go on these websites with DNA that's not your own DNA. That's fucking crazy. You shouldn't be able to get access to that information. But I guess it's publicly available genetic match info. Ugh, fucking A, dude.
Yeah.
We're so fucked. Like, if you've not seen the movie Gattaca, I would suggest watching Gattaca, because the whole plot of that movie is about the class distinction between people who can afford to be genetically modified to be better before they're born versus the people that are just born normally and are not gifted, and so they don't get to go to college. They work the blue collar jobs. Because it becomes this like thing that like jobs ask, for your genetic information and things. Right now in the US, that's illegal. Genetic data cannot be used for employment or anything. Insurance, nothing. Can't be used for anything except for law enforcement and national security things. So, but where do we go with this? Because I'm sure it's going to come to the point where, 50 years from now, mark my words, Internet Archive that has saved this, that in 2055, you're going to have to submit a DNA test to get insurance. Unless the American insurance industry changes. But it's going to be like, oh, you're genetically predisposed to get Alzheimer's, so we're not going to give you insurance. That's what's going to happen. And
yeah. Well, it
needs
a repeating a cycle that's already happened. Like, when I was a kid, I went to get fingerprinted because they were like, bring your kids to the police station to get fingerprinted so that if they go missing...
I'm sure I did this at one time, too.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it. That's fucked up.
All that stuff also gets added to the criminal database. So, like, if my fingerprints show up in a crime or something, they'll know it's me. It's so, like...
Yeah. So, Matt, let's say that
always happens.
Your car gets stolen and used in a murder. They're going to find your fingerprints and talk to you.
Yeah.
Like,
so, like, this stuff always it always happens kind of just like, oh, no, submit your information for this totally unrelated thing.
Yeah.
And then we'll collect it. And
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's complicated because, like, yeah, you want to be able to collect monsters like this dude.
Yeah,
and
exactly. Bringing justice, decades and decades later, 40
and also,
years
like,
after the case.
DNA is basically just data that we're leaking around everywhere. So, I don't know. It's super weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to become to the point where, honestly, I don't really care in a perfect world. I have nothing to hide, but like the principle of it, is fucked up when you think about it. And I don't know. I just worry. I worry about how easily people, especially older people, in the baby boomer generation, are just like, let's do this DNA test to see what percentage of Eastern European I am. And it's like, but also now our DNA is on this database that's searchable by law enforcement that may or may not be super secure. This is just it's insane. Like, your DNA is like the ultimate, like your social security card. You use for employment and whatnot, and important tracking information. Getting loans and credit score. But even more, unhackable is your personal DNA, which someone could get a copy of now. So because I who knows how secure these sites are. So it's just fucked up, man. Identity theft is going to be DNA theft. We're living in an episode of Black Mirror right now.
Yeah.
That's what 2017, 2018.
Somebody makes like latex gloves that are infused with fraudulent DNA, so you leave behind bits of somebody else's DNA for your crime.
Yeah, randomly generated
it's a
DNA
new
strands.
cyberpunk fiction novel that I'm writing in my head right now.
It's fucked up. Anyway, but then at that point, DNA becomes so ridiculous that it'll never be dependable for solving crimes. Or let's hope that the Big Brother CCTV surveillance state has made it obsolete for us to be tracked by our DNA, because everyone's carrying around this camera in their pocket, this microphone in their pocket at all times. You watch videos of Mark Zuckerberg in his office, and he's got his webcam on his laptop taped over. What does that say about the world that we live in right now?
There was
this webcam could be broadcast. I think about that every day. I sit in front of this computer when that webcam is turned off. Is that webcam could be broadcasting right now, because that happened.
When
that was a massive
Austin
thing.
bomber thing was happening, the way that they tracked him down was they figured out which one of the offices that he sent a package out from, and then they were able to just check the records of the cell phone towers and see who, check everybody that was in that area. Even when your phone's not fully in use, it's pinging towers and giving.
That's
you
why
GPS.
if you're ever going to,
crazy.
the funny part is I think I remember correctly, he had a second phone or something, but he just had his phone with him when he went to drop off the package or something. And so he wasn't using it when he was going out and leaving them places, but when he went to the package drop off at UPS, he had his phone on him. So that's how they were able to track it. Because I'm sure they looked at the bombings areas, cell phone records, and looked at each one and saw if they saw the same ping that, but they didn't, because I'm not going to say that you should do this. Don't commit any crimes. But if you commit a crime, don't take your fucking cell phone with you, because they can track it. It's if you listen to the This American Life spin-off podcast, Serial, the first season is about tracking cell phone records and about how inaccurate it was back in the day, and how crazy it is to. And then they get into the thoughts of is that you're tracking the phone, but someone could take your phone in their bag. It doesn't necessarily mean that you were there. It's the phone was there. It's just fucking crazy. So it's fine. Don't commit crimes. And for the people like us that don't commit crimes, we're fine.
Yeah.
We're not affected by the surveillance state. But God
Until
damn,
somebody else
this is
gets a hold of it.
this
it
is,
all depends on how secure the systems are.
this is the new InfoWars podcast.
Yeah, watch
We're
talk.
talking about the deep
Turning the
state
frogs gay.
surveillance on us. I mean, it's kind of
False
funny when
flag.
you think about it.
Well, it's
how,
this is something that's been brewing for a long time, and it's just kind of exploding into the public consciousness now because of the Facebook Cambridge Analytica stuff. But so everybody's like, "Oh my God, they're tracking us!" Yeah, they have been tracking us for
oh yeah,
the whole time. You're not the customer; you're the product.
And that's the fucking crazy shit about the world that we live in. I mean, you can talk about people sending nude photos, dick pics and stuff, and how those are available for the government to look at,
Yeah.
I mean, depending on how you send
Snapchat has a server somewhere that has a record of every dick
Snapchat.
pic sent.
Snapchat is text message phone to text message phone can only be viewed with a warrant because it's over the cell network. But if you're sending an email with a nude photo in it, the government sees that, or they could see it, because they have a blanket. This is the most fucked up shit with the fucking Patriot Act, is that if it goes out of the U.S. digitally and comes back in, even if it's from someone in the U.S. to someone in the U.S., because it was touched internationally, it is subject to be able to be searched.
Yep, and
Sweet.
with Google having backups in 7 different countries?
It's
Everything you said.
anything
via
you
Gmail.
email can be searched by the government,
or vice versa. Anything emailed to you is also going to be backed up.
Yeah, anything, and so that's why if it's your phone, who knows? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you could put, take your package photo, and I'm not talking about fucking eBay. You take a package photo and put that on the internet. It gets backed up to the Google servers on your phone. Boom. Like it's. And so that's like when like all the celebrity hacking stuff happened, and it's very insensitive thing to say. Well, you shouldn't be sending those because, blah blah blah. The people can hack that. It's kind of that's victim blaming to a degree, but also. Anything you ever send to anyone digitally, you just have to be okay with someone seeing that. Like, there's no, you know what I mean? Like there's no secure way, and that's just the mindset to have. Maybe there are. I'm sure if you worked at it, you could find. I think there's certain chat applications that have end-to-end secure encryption, but
yeah, there's like certain types of email programs. Like I think. Health companies and stuff will use this, or like Cambridge Analytica does this kind of thing where you get an email and the email is basically a link to a secure website that you have to log into to see your message. So send your dick pics on that, I guess.
Well, I'm fairly certain there are multiple chat apps on phones that have user-to-user secure
Signal
encryption.
And something.
Signal's a big one.
But
Telegram, but less so.
But it's like actually like super kind of fucked up to even like think about the world that we live in which like those nude photos are being sent everywhere on the internet. Like, I mean, because it's fucked up because like you think about like high schoolers sending photos to each other, and like the kid that was. I think he was arrested for child pornography of a photo of himself he sent because he was underage. Like, how fucked up is that?
That's fucked
but
up.
it's the way the laws are written because the laws weren't written for the technology we have today. It was stored on his phone. It's like, well, yeah, I took a picture. I deleted it, but it got uploaded to some fucking, backup that he didn't know about because he just, clicked his iCloud account, default. And it's like, fucked up, man. I don't think that case went anywhere because that is the most. Take that to a jury and call that someone harmed. It's like, no. But fucked up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want to think about it. The world.
Yeah.
I don't want to have kids
covered,
that go to high school.
We covered deepfakes too. Like, eventually,
Dude,
reality's not even gonna matter.
Deepfakes is the most fucked up shit in the entire world. Oh. Do you want to explain what deepfakes are? Because I've been talking quite a bit here, and
it's an AI based algorithm kind of deal where you have a video of somebody, let's say a porn star, and you have video of somebody's face, like your favorite celebrity, and you combine the two, and it looks
Robin
pretty
Williams.
real. It's
That's
like
my favorite
still
celebrity.
glitchy. Yeah. It's or like if you wanted to put Nicolas Cage in a bunch of movie scenes.
Yes, that is the good use of deepfakes that I've seen, which is putting Nicolas Cage's face into all of these old movies.
Yeah.
But
so I saw a video that Jordan Peele produced where he had Obama saying some crazy stuff. So like, I don't know, like we have to kind of make people aware that this is a thing that's possible, but then you also get to the point where, like, with the Twitter bots, suddenly you know that there are bots out there, so that means anyone that disagrees with you is a bot. So, like, any piece of evidence that you don't agree with is a fake.
It's really interesting, too, because I think you had pointed out to this on me on Twitter to bot. It's botcheck.me, which is a website. Really interesting. I was arguing on Twitter, as I want to do on certain horrible conservative pundits who are in love with Kanye West for 5 seconds, and then he started tweeting about how he loves the Parkland Kids survivors, and nobody said anything since then. So it's like, yeah, dude, you can't like just jump on a bandwagon because this guy's just going to tweet about whatever the fuck he wants. But anyway, And somebody had like argued with me about something on there back to me, and I looked at their account and it looked weird, and sure enough, it said they were a bot. And I was like, "Fucking A, dude, just a bot, just getting in arguments with random people." Like, there it is. It's just the way. You know what's the upside of this situation, Matt? Is that we're going to get to the point where deepfakes are so insane that you can't believe any video you see on the internet because there's no way to verify it. You know, it's just going to be like that, or they'll have like, you know, they'll do something to combat it, and then the hackers will beat that, and it'll just be this escalating arms race to the point where if you want to have a political discourse, you're going to have to physically go to a rally and see someone in person to like get that information. We're going back to the way it used to be, where you know you had to go visit.
Holograms come out, then we're all fucked.
Yeah.
No, I think for a while at least, the only way to combat deep fakes will be to find like the source videos and say, this isn't real. It came from this thing. I think John's frozen. Possibly TJ too. Check.
Hey Matt, we got pulled. The deep state who discovered our podcast.
That was super weird.
Wait, it just did an error message now. And now it says you're back up. So let's listen. Let me just get levels again. Matt, you on studio or whatever?
I should be. Let's see. Nope.
So what everyone's telling me is I should post my dick pic on Twitch right now?
I think Twitch would be good. I don't think Twitch is traceable.
I don't know where I got cut off, but I was saying that for a while the only thing that we can do when like a deepfake comes up is if you can track down the original source footage that was used to make it.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get to the point where it just gets harder and harder. I mean, I think it'd be really interesting to see if, I think it would be great if like Captain Disillusion would do a series on deepfakes or an episode on deepfakes. Not the porn kind, but like maybe focusing on how to check the differences between, you know, how to spot that, because that would be really interesting.
Well, there's also the direction you can go with deepfakes that's going to turn into propaganda. You know, where people are going to be absolutely convinced it wasn't JFK that said, "Ask not what your country could do for you, it's what you could do for your country." It's going to be Hitler.
Yeah.
Because everything is Hitler.
Yeah, it kind of is. You know, Hitler had a really bad gas. I learned that from a podcast called Behind the Bastards.
Yeah.
He also loved amphetamines. The
podcast?
It's a new podcast about like little known facts about the worst people in history.
Yeah.
So Hitler had a lot of real
great.
bad parts.
I'm really worried about. I'm searching deepfakes, and I'm scared as what I'm going to get.
So, don't forget to look at r/gif fakes, which is not porn deepfakes.
Well, this is fun. So, I'm just going to play this.
What the algorithm going for?
It's weird. Oh, Matt's got his music going.
Yeah. This is real fun.
Matt, are you going to be around for a while, or?
I don't know. When I drop out, can you guys still hear each other?
Yeah.
We can hear each other fine, but
That's weird.
Our voices get lost from the podcast completely.
I don't think so, because I think the podcast was just you and me for a minute there, TJ.
No,
Wait, that's right. We grab it from YouTube. It's just Twitch that goes down.
Oh no! It's dipping out.
Yeah, the YouTube is coming from me. So
yeah. So.
Oh, that's right, because we're not doing it from the Google Hangouts anymore.
Yep.
You're doing it from the regular broadcasting.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Okay.
it was being broadcasted directly from the Google Hangouts,
Yeah.
it would be. Oh, this is crazy. Deepfakes is the world of the future, though. So be ready to not have anything be real anymore. Like looking
Yeah.
at this GIF fakes, like the safe for work deep fakes, it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
This world that we live in.
And check out Adobe's Project Voco demonstration where you
Yeah.
take a short clip of somebody talking
Yep.
and then just type out whatever you want them to say.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. It's like literally we can capture enough audio from a few sentences to completely mimic the tone and just oh.
Yep.
Yep.
So I got a little mini throwback to our other old show, the Amazon Expedition,
Okay.
because we used to have a segment on there called Ebook Erotica.
Yes.
So someone posted a picture on Reddit r/funny, and I usually don't like reposting this stuff, but this is pretty funny. And it says a lot erotic literature for premature ejaculators. Chapter 1. She looked at him. The end.
There it is.
It would have been better because this was a picture of that page. It would have been better if there was a wet spot on the bottom of the page. But yeah,
We're moving on.
are we moving on up?
I don't want
We're moving on,
I
Tommy.
don't want any part of this. We didn't even get to any of the stuff I had. I got
Yeah,
so much shit.
I definitely wanted.
Well,
to,
we're
I
out
wanted
of
to do
time
Ball's
now,
Reddit.
so we'll never hear what John has to say. No, John, what do you
Are,
want to
are,
say? What
are
do you
we
wanna tell
able
the-
to are we able to count on Matt not disappearing for a second?
It seems like it. Whatever was happening seemed. I mean, I lost video to the chat, but that I can't do anything about that without closing XSplit and fucking everything up.
Yeah.
So you just look at our sweet, sweet logo when I talk.
Yeah, that's
That's fine.
fine. I'm listening to the audio levels. We sound fine. So let's go to the bowels of Reddit. But this is the good bowels. We'll start in the good bowels.
There. Okay.
Yeah, are there good bowels?
Let me see if I can find some good vowel sounds.
But let's
How'd
talk
you do
about
it,
that.
dog?
Let's talk about that happened, which is my new favorite Reddit. Like it's the home of the truest internet stories. So let's start off with the genetic alpha. This is the true story that really happened. This is 18 plus, not safe for work. So everyone, avert your ears if you're under 18.
yeah,
When
you
my
have to tell us.
current super hot girlfriend first sucked my dick, she said I was genetically alpha because it's the biggest she's ever seen. She was blown away by
That
how
seems like
huge my
something
balls
a human
are
person
too.
would say. Hey,
Yeah.
you're genetically alpha.
Yeah. In her words, you have the biggest balls I've ever seen. I didn't even ask the question, and she is a 10 easily. So yeah, to answer your question, I'm pretty happy with my genetics, and so is she. I mean, wouldn't you? Ha ha ha. It's true,
That was it.
That's it. That really happened. That's a real thing. All right, let's get to... let's do this one at the end because this one's real bad and hopefully not true. Let's talk about those danged millennials. That's it. I'm so tired of white old men. You fucking baby boomers need to check into reality sometimes. What I'm about to tell you sounds like the description of a comic about baby boomers versus millennials. Me carrying a makeup bag, clothes, phone, and washcloth, eye cream, and towel with keycard in mouth. Two 60-year-oldish men coming towards door. Me opens door for them with 2 free fingers. Them, thank you. Start down the corridor quietly mumbling, millennials, can't even say you're welcome. Me, furious, drops all my shit. This is the fake part. That first part happened, maybe. This is the fake part now. Me, furious, drops all my shit. keycard out of my mouth. Are you for real right now? I didn't say you're welcome because I was holding so much stuff and I had to hold it in my teeth, you baby boomer assholes. Maybe if your generation was as polite as millennials, instead of being the entitled sad sacks who got everything and fucked the place up for my generation, you know, you're forgetting the Generation X there, but you would have fucking held the door for me like gentlemen, seeing someone carrying a lot. You know who does hold the door for me when I'm carrying a lot? Millennial men and women every time. Picks up all my shit and walks away. This is 4 out of 10 for that happened. Nobody claps at the end of this. There isn't a bystander clapping, which is happens in every single one of these. So that's a bad one. This is a real classic. Wait till the end. So this one time in grade 8, I was walking home and some of the popular girls came up to me and pushed me into a puddle and told me to go have sex with my boyfriend. And this girl says, "Wait, guys, she doesn't even have one." And they all laughed at me until the most popular guy in school came up to me and said, "Wait, did we break up? I sure hope not," and kissed me. And I had no clue what he was doing, but yeah. We just got married. Wait to the end. I love this one because it's ridiculous, and then it ends with, we just got married. Yeah, that's for real. Yeah, that really happened, guys. That's a real one. All right, let's talk about the power of prayer. You know, people say, you know, thoughts and prayers worthless. I don't know. This happened. This happened. This is true. What's happened? So, I remember when I got robbed at gunpoint. I was store manager at a Dollar General. The robber had the gun pointed to the back of my head and was demanding money. I don't know how he got behind you, but he's demanding money. He grabbed me by the hair and began shaking me. The whole time I closed my eyes, was on my knees praying, crying out loud to the Lord with my hands pointed to the sky, totally ignoring him. I felt like I am going to die. I need to make sure I repented before the Lord, in all caps. Before I did so, I just focused on that. He became furious, cursing me and calling me names, but I didn't flinch or respond or acknowledge him. I just continued to pray out loud for myself and for him with my eyes closed, tight with my head on the floor. He finally gave up, stole the money out of the register on my desk and ran. He came back about 1 minute later and said to me through the cracked door, "Had I not prayed, he would have killed me," and then he ran off again. I was still on my knees praying and thanking God for delivering me from him.
Knowing how Dollar Generals are set up, some of them, yeah, you can easily get behind them.
Okay, regardless of how Dollar Generals are set up, I've just strong-arm gunpoint robbed a place, left, and I'm going to run back in for just a second to say, because you prayed I didn't kill you. All right, goodbye. I'm going to go away from the police now. Yes, because that was definitely what a robber would do. Okay, let's get to the bad one that gets us in the bowels of Reddit. This is true. This is 100% true. This really happened. My teacher brought me to watch this movie. I got laid. When and what grade were you? I was in 7th grade and it was one of the best years of my life. Hopefully it wasn't the teacher, bro, lol. It was with my teacher. After the movie, she asked if I wanted ice cream. And of course I said yes. I mean, what 13-year-old kid doesn't like ice cream? We went to her place right after the movie. She lived a block away. Very convenient. And she had me turn on the TV in the living room while she was in her bedroom. I thought she was in the bathroom, lighting up candles and putting rose petals all over her bed. She called my name. I knew exactly what was going on. My heart was pounding like it never pounded in my life. My palms were wet, arms are sweaty. It's mom spaghetti. No, anyway, palms were wet. I stumbled over her coffee table. Her bedroom was dark with dim candle lights. She was laying on her bed with my favorite ice cream all over her breast. Cookies and cream. She had her hand extended out to me to get closer with a devilish grin on her face. Let's just say cookie and cream is still my favorite ice cream.
Oh, he's just
That
having a
happened.
little fiction writing contest for himself.
That's true. No, Matt, that's true. It happened. It was on the internet.
Because the whole rose petal thing is definitely something that happens in real life.
Yeah, definitely. It happens. It's real. It happens. Happened to this kid who was clearly molested by his teacher, by his own admission. But let's not dwell on that. Let's think about how cool the ice cream is and how definitely real this story is. Yeah, that's the world that we live in.
That's gotta be a bitch to clean up. I mean, maybe she had plastic sheets or something, but melted
I
ice
don't
cream
even wanna
all
think
over
about
the bed is
And
terrible.
regardless, because I like ice cream, I have to believe the story. Obviously.
Hey guys,
and
can we all?
cream.
Would you guys like a Reddit update?
Yeah,
TJ, your favorite subreddit r/femcells has been banned.
Aww.
It is no longer around. But anyway,
Because what's going to happen with all this? The Stacys are going to run wild.
yeah. I just want to bring up about the Toronto attack. We goof on incels and whatnot,
Yeah.
but it's a real thing, and it's a real bad thing. And it's not a joke, doing horrible things, but we joke about the people that are on Reddit doing dumb things.
Didn't that happen like a day after the Nashville shooter?
I don't even know.
There's too many.
Yeah.
Well, we've been talking a lot about how the future is fucked. Well, let's
The
talk
present's
about
fucked,
men
too.
going. Let's talk about men going their own way in the future. Via Reddit user Run CMC22.
Run CMC.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a good name. So I tutor kids in algebra and geometry as a side job, but I'm always sure to treat them as adults and give them respect. As a result, they trust me, and occasionally we'll talk about things other than math. I've begun to notice just how different younger boys view their female peers in comparison to how me and my friends did when I was their age. I'm 20. A wise 20-year-old. The amount of red pill knowledge they have is mind-boggling, and I don't even mention anything about it or MGTOW. One of my favorite students, he's a young chap that I know will grow up to be smart, handsome young man. That's a weird way to talk about someone. Completely detests girls, and to quote, are useless aside from being pumped and dumped. This little fucking shit in his algebra tutoring class. There's no way that this guy posting on MGTOW is not fucking indoctrinating these children. My point is, the new generation of young men have the internet at their disposal to learn the truth about female nature. Much easier than me or my people my age, 4 years older than this kid had. I mean, I love this. One of my favorite things on Reddit and memes is seeing people being nostalgic about shit that was happening when I was in college. Stuff that was 5 years ago. And it's this is not nostalgia. This is
College 5 years ago.
Well, I graduated 10 years ago, TJ.
Yeah, I know. I graduated 12 years ago.
Anyway. Anyway. So, the only subreddit I've ever seen grow this quickly. Guess which subreddit he's saying that he knows all about that grew really quickly? I'll give
Donald.
I'll give you $5. All right,
Donald.
Matt, your guess.
The
Users,
men going
listeners,
their own
guess. No, not men going. No, other than men going their own way. What is the only subreddit I've ever seen grow as quickly as men going their own way is?
Oh.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
No. This is obvious, guys. R.
Please
Yep.
Please
go.
don't tell me it's jailbait.
No. R/cryptocurrency. Come on.
Crypto.
Obviously, this guy's into crypto. He's into men going their own way. He's a 20-year-old boy tutoring 14-year-old kids, basically, and indoctrinating them about the red pill and men going their own way. And he's way into cryptocurrency.
All right.
Back this time last year, while reading The Singularity is Near, I learned about the true implications of exponential growth. And right now, I'd say men going their own way is at the knee of the bell curve. That's the part right before it begins to explode. Be proud knowing that you understood first, but are also be sure to welcome the millions of men who wake up to the gynocentury we're living in. What? Because it is happening as we speak. Women and the government are quite literally forcing men to wake the fuck up and think, hold up, this just doesn't seem right. And it all starts with the Bill Cosby case. What? All right, we got Bill _Cosby defender has logged on.
Christ. I'm just browsing men going their own way, and it has gone way downhill since the incels invaded.
Yeah. Hold up. Let's see here. The opening of Pandora's box and the clear removal of due process for men. It's true. They didn't have 2 entire court cases. One which ended in a mistrial, and then the second one. That's no due process. Not that he had 2 jury trials or anything. There's no due process, guys. The due process he was given was not due process. I know it may not seem like it, but the future is bright for those who choose not to be enslaved like livestock. Go your own way, live your own life, and be free. Spread the word. Yeah. So, I would like to mention, the thing I like about men going their own way versus incels, if you want to go your own way, get the fuck out of here. Go your own way off into fucking nowhere and leave the rest of us alone.
Well, that's what, when I looked at the subreddit, like, a long time, like maybe last year, that's what it seemed to be. Like people who had like the mountain man fantasy of like, I'm gonna go be a dude with a dog and live off in the woods or whatever, and now it's just like shitty memes.
Yeah, it was like people choosing masturbation over relationships, mostly because they can't handle people.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And it's kind of like a great...
Or like, I just got divorced and I need people to hang out with online to like deal with
I'm a strong, independent man who don't need no woman.
Well, and there's a difference between like... man. And it's just fucked up. Because this guy said he's 20. You know?
He's a baby. He's a child.
Yeah. When you're 20, you don't know anything.
Well, that's like... the 20-year-old dude is like chief radicalization target for like literally every philosophy.
Yeah.
Because we're young and dumb and full of cum. And...
we're young and dumb and full of
there's just something in
brains
like the
to be indoctrinated
male that is like looking to lash out and looking for an excuse to do it.
Yeah, it's just
crypto.
It's fucked up, man. Obviously, he's into cryptocurrency.
This just in. Invest all your money in Dogecoin. Dogecoin is on the rise this month. I don't know. It might be. But maybe saying that.
I tried crypto for like a month. I think I lost like $100 or something by the time I bailed.
Yeah. It's just... I like, this is fast growing, right? Men going their own way. They have 50,000 readers. It's not a huge community.
No.
Yeah.
If you look at, like, let's talk about a really popular universal Reddit that people subscribe to. Ask Reddit. How many people subscribe to Ask Reddit?
That doesn't count because that's the default subreddit.
Fair enough, but that's how many Redditors exist. Right?
Ish, but yeah.
20 million versus 50,000. It's a very small, horrible minority of awful people that are self-radicalizing.
Yeah.
And it's something that really
But then
sucks
how do you
because
combat that if they're not exposed to like outside ideology?
there's no way other than these people. And this is the same way I would got over stuff like this, because I'm sure if Reddit would have existed and this stuff would have existed when I was this lonely 20-year-old virgin boy that is the same guy that is tutoring kids here that did, like I would have been like, this is bullshit, like this the world is against me, it's not my fault I'm not getting laid, it's the world's fault. I would have been all over something like this, you know what I mean? Instead,
Yeah, for
we
sure.
had Zanga and LiveJournal to post emo shit on.
Yep.
These people can have a community of like-minded people just like talking about the same shit. And what happens with these people, I'm sure, is, oh, I turn 21 and go out to a bar and this girl who I'm attracted to looks at me and we have a great conversation and I never go to Reddit again because I'm in a relationship now. You know what I mean? Like that's what
Or they
happens.
murder a bunch
is you
of
grow
people.
up out of it. What?
Or they murder a bunch of people.
Matt. You're so flippant. Anyway, yeah, that's possible.
I'm not.
But,
I'm not approving of it. I'm saying
No,
that,
no,
like,
no,
this is a real thing that like.
yeah, more
I don't know.
exasperated.
Hopefully, but we're talking about the government like keeping an eye on everybody. Hopefully, somebody's
Yeah.
keeping an eye on these shitholes and
Yeah.
doing something about it. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So our podcast is nothing if not balanced.
Yeah, fair and
And-
balanced.
Fair and
And
balanced.
we can't have all of our Reddit discussions completely finish with absolutely shitty Reddit stuff. So
Yeah.
let me at least promote a subreddit that I want to do well again, that I'm a part of, that people should join and help out with. So there's a subreddit called r/NYTO. Now,
Okay.
you're going to say, what does that acronym stand for? And I'm going to be an asshole and say that's not an acronym, that's an initialism, because you can't pronounce that as a word. I don't care what you think Naito could be, but it's NYTO.
I would not have called it an acronym for the record.
Exactly. But anyway, so this subreddit is full of,
Oh, the Naito subreddit?
yeah, Naito. The Naito
Oh, the
subreddit.
acronym? Naito? Got it.
So there was an old meme on Reddit called "No, You're Thinking Of." Usually when someone does some sort of name or some sort of specific long word, some people will intentionally post an improper definition that's actually of a word that sounds like it, and then it just becomes a long comment chain of,
Yeah, I've seen these.
You know,
I
like-
love these.
like if I want to say, I'm going to talk about my favorite talk show host, Ben Carson. Like, no, you're thinking of Johnny Carson. Ben Carson is the person who, blah, 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 and it just constantly goes into a chain like that. So right now it's only got 1,307 subscribers and typically gets about a post a week because you have to find these things natively, naturally.
Yeah.
I have, I think, a post on this subreddit somewhere. So let me just pull up an example that's, well, for this subreddit, well voted. All right, so this pulls, a lot of times this just pulls links to other things, and this happens to be in a, this happens to pull up an article from TIFU, which is Today I Fucked Up. And someone posted a thing that says, "Son, prostitution is an Italian dry-cured ham that is usually thinly sliced and served uncooked." So the next person says, "You're thinking of prosciutto. Prostitution is a type of Italian sparkling wine."
Oh, God.
Next person says, no, that's prosecco. Prostitution is waiting until the last minute to take care of your responsibilities.
Dear
No,
God.
that's procrastination. Yeah, it just keeps going and going. I love these.
I love this. This is great.
Prostitution is the opposite of defense in the federal court. No, you're thinking of the prosecution. I remember now, prostitution involves the hostile and violent treatment of a people because of their race or religious beliefs. No, that's persecution. And it just goes on and on. It's nice when you find one long comment chain.
These are amazing. Let's talk about this. I learned a boxing match between bisexual boxer Emil Griffith and Benny Parrott. Blah 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 blah. He also fought a guy named Dick Tiger, which is amazing. Isn't that the creator of Law and Order? Wrong animal. Dick Wolf. Isn't he the robot from CNN? Wrong robot. Wolf Blitzer. Isn't that the dog from Shaun of the Sheep? Wrong anchorman. Blitzen. Isn't that the Nazi military tactic? Wrong dog. Blitzkrieg. Isn't that the medical gun from Team Fortress 2? No, you're thinking of the Kritzkrieg. Isn't that the guy who originally hosted The Daily Show? No, you're thinking of Craig Kilborn. Those are good. This is a good. I am subscribed to this Reddit. I'm in on this. This is really fun. This is a good Reddit thing.
Yes.
You know, we make fun of Reddit and being terrible, but there are awesome, great parts of Reddit. We just like to look at the bowels here.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need to make this
and r/that
subreddit more
happened.
popular.
r/that happened is a good space. Like, that is people finding dumb crap and celebrating in the stupidity, you know. But men go, oh man, it's like I have to like put on a fucking scuba suit, you know, which is an acronym, self-contained underwater breathing apparatus, to get into the bowels of Reddit. So anyway, so we talked a lot about real shit, huh? Deep fakes. You know, cat urine, surveillance states, cookies and cream.
Yep.
This is a pretty good video game podcast.
Yeah.
I want to do one more before we go.
Okay.
Someone was just angry at a user and just said, "Please commit seppuku, or we'll be forced to proceed with legal action." Next person says, "Sentencing someone to do number puzzles under penalty of law."
Oh god.
Next person says, "No, that's a sea-doo." And then it goes to, "No, that's an oceanic vehicle. What you're thinking of is a sedative." "No, that's the type of drug that makes you go to sleep. What you're thinking of is seductive." "No, that's behavior to get people to sleep with you. You're thinking of sundries." "No, those are various items not important enough to be mentioned individually. You're thinking of snuggies." "No, those are bathroom blankets. You're thinking of snuggles." And sometimes you have to go to, "Nope, that's a lewd sexual act. You're thinking of sniffles." "No, that's a character from a very violent animation." What?
Yeah.
There's a link to a Wikipedia article there.
They lost the thread here.
Yeah.
But I love it. Like, you just see how long you can go on a chain. So
The problem is when a lot of people get one at the same time, and then you have to follow. You know, sometimes it just breaks the chain.
yeah, you gotta wait like 30 seconds before posting. You don't want to double up. Anyway, well, I don't know, TJ. I want to talk to you about something.
Yes.
Are you all caught up on My Hero Academy?
Yes. At least the anime.
Which episode is the last one that you saw?
It's it just came out yesterday
Okay.
in Japanese and today in English.
Yeah,
So it's
the late
It's
title card.
well, I can't look it up because it's on my phone, but it's
No.
Deku versus Muscles or whatever.
Yes. Okay. No. Fair
Muscular.
enough. But I love. This is not a spoiler in any way. But the end of the episode is literally someone saying, "Boku no Hero," which is the name of the show, is Boku no Hero Academy.
Yes.
And someone says, "You are my hero."
Yep.
Basically, and it's like, this is the name of the show. It's the late title card of the
Yes.
show. Finally, it's happened.
And in English they do it that way too. You are my
Yeah.
hero.
Yeah. So
Yep.
that show is fucking amazing.
They are making a video game.
all up in on My Hero Academy. It's the new hot shit. It's the new Naruto. You know, it's I think it's better than Naruto because it's not quite as tropey as Naruto was, and it moves at a much faster clip than Naruto did, which would take 4 episodes to do one like battle with like one-on-one. You know, it was like Dragon Ball kind of. And
it's really not just the one character carrying the show.
It's awesome.
It's got
There's
a great freaking cast.
a whole cast of real fun characters. Really just great, except for the Manita or whatever, the fucking goo ball kid, the pervy kid that everybody hates
With Pop Off,
because he's just fucking the most perverted kid. Anyway,
I'm glad they left it to one. I'm glad it's really just one.
Yeah.
That's just
yeah,
overly perverted.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like, okay, yeah, but you gotta admit, these kids are like 14, so, like, what were you like when you were 14?
They have 3 years of high school, so they're probably 15.
Oh, whatever.
15,
14,
16,
15.
17. Yeah.
Same idea, So, no, it's a great show. Matt, you should watch it. It's a good anime. It's on Hulu. You have Hulu, Matt.
Yeah, I do. I pay for it and
Yeah.
everything.
Are-
I watched some anime last night. I was at the bar I was at had
Oh, it had
on the
anime.
background.
What
so
anime?
I watched some Kill la Kill, and it was the most confusing thing
Kill la
I've
Kill
ever
is supposed to
seen.
be really good.
Oh, Kill la Kill is one of my
There was
favorites of the last 10 years.
There's a lot of tennis happening, and then swords and murder.
Yeah.
So
Tennis.
We've talked about Kill la Kill on the show. Oh, yeah, that was the episode that she's fighting the athletic captains or whatever.
See, I only the fact that you say this. So Funimation had a tweet yesterday or the day before that they put 4 emojis and they said, "Yeah, now you guys describe your favorite anime in only emojis." And someone I follow did like a 14 emoji thing, and I know it had I kind of want to pull it up. You guys keep talking.
Okay. Matt, Kill la Kill is the anime where everyone's naked all the time. That's what it is. And it's for a reason. They talk about fan service, but in Kill la Kill there's a reason, is because the clothes are the enemy and are taking over people by ingraining their clothing fibers into people. It's like a mind control device. So it's a thing. And there's it's equal opportunity fan service because there's a male character who is only wearing a gun holster on which the gun is right where his golf and putter and 2 golf balls would be, or his bait and tackle would be, and it's very ridiculous and stupid. But yeah, anyway, no, it's really cool. It's a really funny anime. The animation in it is incredible. Like, the people that do it is awesome. It's a real good one. It's 26 episodes. It goes through. It's good, gets insane at the end. Good characters. TJ?
Yep.
Dubs or subs?
See, here's the thing.
I'm gonna fucking murder you if you say dubs.
You will murder me because I do like the dubs.
Dubs
I really
suck
do like the
so
dubs.
much ass.
You
just gotta get in the subs, buddy. That's the thing, TJ. You are a dub guy until you get into the anime that exists where you can only watch the subtitles.
Yeah, of course. I'll watch it. See, I appreciate them both. I really do. Mm-hmm. But sometimes I'm doing other things. And it's just easier.
That's true. That is true. When I'm watching an anime and it's subtitled, you can't look at your phone.
You can't fold laundry. You can't do dishes.
Eat.
You can't do the really dumb thing where you drive and watch anime. Well,
you're just listening at that point.
Yep.
But anyway, that's the thing, is that you can't just listen. You have to read. You have to have your eyes focused on the screen. But it's the only way to watch because you get it right away. You don't have to wait. I mean, that's how I grew up watching anime.
It depends, because it was only a 1-day difference between getting the subs and getting the dubs for My Hero.
Really?
This week. Yeah, it came out on Saturday, and then the dubs came out. Simuldubs with Funimation is
okay. Well, that's cool that they're doing it that way.
They do I think that what they do is they get a quick read in, and it'll probably be remastered and better
redubbed for a DVD or the
exactly.
Cartoon Network airing that'll happen like 6 months from now.
Exactly. So yeah, I get them both on streaming because I'll have the Crunchyroll on Saturday and the Funimation on Sunday.
So Matt, if you ever watch My Hero Academia, you can watch the dubs. I'm sure they're all right. But but the fucking subs, man. I don't know how they could do what's his name's voice, Explosion Boy.
It works. It works. The only for someone, a buddy of mine who's a big fan of both.
What's his name?
It's Bakugo.
Bakugo. Yeah.
Yeah.
His Japanese voice is so good. He's the angriest sounding person you've ever heard. And this character is just the angriest boy alive.
Same thing in the dub. It's really good. Now, the voice of Vegeta in the dub is the same as the voice of All Might. If you want to kind of,
Oh, Chris
Yes.
Sabat. Yeah.
All Might is Sabat. So
Oh, All Might's so good in the sub though. I can't watch dubs. The thing is that like Matt, I'm sorry, we're having an anime subs versus dubs argument, but I just want to say,
and I used
that-
to be a subs guy, just subs, but
what happens to me
Life.
is the correct way to view it is I like whatever one is the first one I experienced for whatever I saw.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So if I saw it with the subs, I recognize those characters with their Japanese voices. If I saw the dub, watching Dragon Ball Z over again, Chris Sabat is Vegeta. Like if the
Yeah.
Japanese guy, I'm sure is great, but that is my Vegeta. The Goku is my Goku. There's no other voice because it's iconic in my brain. Naruto, the English dub is pretty bad for Naruto to begin with because the person that got to be Naruto is really annoying sounding, which kind of makes sense, I get. But what's the Japanese word made up
I have
word
no clue.
for that? Oh fuck! What is the Naruto's made up word? He has a made up word that's his catchphrase.
But yeah, my buddy who's into both the dub and the sub of My Hero, the only bit he doesn't like in the dub is main character's voice.
Databayo, which is not. There's no literal English translation of that, but it translates to so I think it would have been better rather than believe it, which is what they went with, which sounds really bad. It's is more like it. I'm awesome, it, this kind of thing. But it just doesn't work in English because it's like 4 words. And in Japanese, you say it as one word, and it just means, you got to believe what I'm saying because I can walk the walk as well as talk the talk, all in one word, which doesn't work in English because there's no equivalent word. So they could have just made up a word, but it didn't really, no. Anyway.
All right, so there's 11 emojis here that supposedly describes an anime, and he does write in words underneath it. The beauty of this is that there's no real way to tell whether or not I'm describing whether or not I'm actually describing anything. And the 11 emojis he uses is tennis ball, camera, person riding a bike, turtle, baseball, man with cowboy hat, panda, books, speak no evil monkey. It looks like a brain exploding emoji head, and so it's emoji head with top half off, the brain's exploding,
Okay.
and then chopsticks eating ramen.
Okay.
And I have no clue what anime this is.
That's does anyone in the Twitter comments have a guess? Because I have no fucking
I mean,
clue.
someone here says a slice of life genre as a whole.
Hmm.
And then he does respond to that saying, I guess the show could technically be considered slice of life, but it's also kind of the exact opposite.
Hmm. No clue, man.
Someone says Space Dandy. Someone can't tell and says Himoto Umaru-chan.
I don't know.
Someone replies with just emojis.
I'd say Fooly Cooly. If you're saying the slice of life, that's the exact opposite of a slice of life. That's it.
Yeah, but that would make sense for any of this here.
I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, we got to end this because we're
Yeah,
at
we
2
do.
hours. So, thank you, Matt, for being on it. Matt, did you enjoy the anime discussion?
I did. I definitely listened to all of it.
Good. I'm glad you're all in on the anime.
Watch My Hero Academia.
You should watch My Hero
Okay.
Academia. And it's
Or
in
watch
English.
Boku no Hero Academia. Either one.
I love the All Might though. That is the Japanese version.
So, in the dub, the best way to describe All Might is someone trying to be Superman, but coming off as Powdered Toast Man.
Hmm.
Just, illusions of grandeur. It works perfectly.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah.
They do a good job now. Dubs being terrible was a thing of the past and a joke of the past. I'm sure they're good now, but it's just kind of... It's still a thing that, we were burned by horrible, horrible dubbing back in the day. So, anyway.
All right, I'll ask the question again, because I've asked it before, and I will always ask it. Should I watch Evangelion?
Yeah, but there's no way to watch it, so...
There's DVDs
There are
in my
ways.
library.
Yeah, we talked about this. The Evangelion, the DVD box that I have is worth like $300 used, which
Yeah.
is insane because they just haven't released it again.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just, and the 14-year-old nudity that's in it is probably part of the reason why. I mean, there's no nipples. It's weird. They're weird tank clones and dream people. I don't know. It's fucked up. It's meant to be fucked up. Anyway, but I don't know. It's a weird show. It's a weird show, but it's awesome. It's one of my favorites because of it's very fucked up. Anyway, no, I'd suggest watching it, TJ. It's real good.
Yeah.
Really good. And the dub is okay. Shinji is very whiny, but in the way he's supposed to be as a character. And the later they get to play Asuka is really good. As is all of it's good, but it's terrible. At the same time, it's all the tropes that you want to believe in an anime. I'm John_Danger on Twitter. Website's borninthE80s.net. Patreon.com. Born in the 80s. Matt, say stuff.
I'm Matt Hag Music everywhere. Twitter, YouTube, the internet. And I'll have, by the time this comes out, probably a new song out. It's going to be a cover. Guess which one it is? Nope, not that one.
Oh, man. I thought
I was
had
hoping
it.
for that one.
TJ,
Yeah, you can find me.
where
Just-
can people find you?
Just go to Google and search May of May and then find my entire life history. But more importantly, on Twitter, you'll still find me with May of May, but I'm May of May 84. I'm on the Twitch. I need one more follower, something. I will stream once I'm done with my freelance work because I'm doing a lot of that right now. And more importantly, when you go to our website, borninthE80s.net, please join our Discord. You can talk shit with us. That's what we do.
Yeah, we do. We talk all kinds of mad shit.
Yep.
And
All
post
about
memes.
the heat rocks that we're currently doing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Yep. Anyway, let's get out of here.
Yep. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Alright. And we should be live on the things. All the doodads and what's it.
All right. Hey, we're live. Hey, boys, what's going on?
Hey!
All right, let me check levels on the boob tube.
There's
I keep wanting
nubblies.
to
There's
take
nubble.
Keep wanting to take those Twitch horns and make an instrument out of them so I can play songs.
Yeah.
Here, I'll just change it to nozzles because I'm now uncomfortable with being
Okay.
too close to. There we go.
Let's listen in.
Why are we talking about nozzles?
It's in the doc.
I think we sound pretty good. Pretty good, boys. Man, when's my life? This is good. How's that?
That's good. That's a nice hairstyle.
That has a beautiful cowlick.
That's the headphones for you.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Are we ready to start?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's
Well,
kick
Matt,
it off.
You got this?
Yeah.
Sibilance.
Let's,
Petey Piper
it's our faces
pickled
now.
peppers.
Unique New York. I can't even say that.
New York.
Unique New York.
New York.
Unique New York.
New York.
Unique unit.
Now, brown cow. Wow, I spit when I said that.
All right, let's do tongue twisters. This is get us warmed up. All right, I'm gonna get some ones. Here we go. All right. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper pickled a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
It's a classic.
Ooh, that's a long one.
impressed with how I wasn't deafened by plosives with that.
If a dog chews shoes, whose shoes does he choose? I saw a kitten eating chicken in the kitchen.
Did you know that the she sells seashells rhyme is
Yeah.
it's about an actual woman
Oh,
who was a fossil hunter?
neat. And she sold
Yep.
seashells by the seashore?
It's a piece of cake to bake a pretty cake.
Eddie edited it. Eddie edited it. that's a
Edited
good
is such a
Yeah, edited
already,
is a hard word.
yes.
Willie's
edited,
really
stupid
weary. Tom threw Tim 3 thumbtacks. Oh, wow. That one got me.
Thumbtacks. It's
Tom
thumbtacks.
threw Tim 3 thumbtacks. 3 thumbtacks is really hard.
Toy boat.
He threw 3 free throws. Ooh, these are getting me now. Okay. He threw 3 free throws. Oh,
He threw 3 free throws.
that's a tough one.
Yeah, it
9
is.
nice night nurses nursing nicely. I don't have a problem with ends, I guess. I guess I have a problem with the th.
Yeah.
Tom threw Tim 3 thumbtacks. He threw 3 free throws. Alright,
3 free throws.
Truly rural. Truly rural.
Rural juror.
Oh. Okay, here's a good one. Truly rural 3 times fast. Go.
Truly rural. Truly rural. I can't even say rural.
Truly rural. Do
I can't
toy
say
boat
rural.
3 times fast.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat.
I'll just screw it up right away.
I
I'll just say
practiced
toy
that
boys.
one enough.
It's fine.
Pre-shrunk silk shirts. Pre-shrunk silk shirts. Pre-shrunk silk shirts. Ah,
These are
Pre-shrunk silk shirts.
great.
Wow, that.
yeah. Anyway, I think we're warmed up now, so we can start.
Yeah.
And now Matt's newest piece of music, a cover of Heart-Shaped Box. For more, visit matthagmusic.com.
Lies me like a Pisces when I am weak. I've been locked inside your heart-shaped box for weeks.
your cancer.